Hi everybody, welcome back. This is a follow-up episode to my previous Northwoods book haul episode. I've accumulated many more books. Some of them I've read already, and we're going to go through it right now real quick. And I picked up finally Thomas Sanchez, American Tropic, which came out quite a few years ago. I have scans of all of this. And it's interesting because I bought this book when it came out in 2013. And I never read it. It's on my Kindle. Well, I haven't, I never liked the Kindle, so I never read it on the Kindle, and I haven't charged my Kindle in years. So I will read the hardcover now because I bought it at a discount. Thomas Sanchez, he's only written, what, 5 books. This would be number 6, and I have them all. He's a fine contemporary writer, and looking forward to this. All right, I did get a chance to pick up Preston and Child's Badlands, a Nora Kelly novel. Longtime viewers are aware that I read and enjoy all of the Preston and Child books. Here's an interesting nonfiction book. It's Hitchcock's Partner in Suspense, which is the autobiography of Charles Bennett, and it was edited and compiled by his son, John Charles Bennett. And I'm a Hitchcock fan, so I'm looking forward to this. And this will tie into an episode that I'm going to be doing. Well, that's a secret. You'll just have to wait. I'm going to be doing an episode that relates to some material that Charles Bennett wrote. And we'll get to that in the fall. All right, then, as you know... I have one other one. I'm sorry. Before we get to Starkhouse Press and Blackgat, I picked this up at the bookstore. And it's published by Nightfire, which is a division of Tor, and it's called Crypt of the Moon Spider by Nathan Ballingrud. And I read this already. This is a fine little novella, really easy to read, and it's going to be a trilogy, I believe. I'm impressed that Tor would put out a novella in paperback. It is way overpriced for the page count, $17.99. This should be $10.50. But I bought it anyways because I'm interested in this author, and this was really good. I really enjoyed this. Science fiction with a little taste of horror, let's say. Really fun, so I may do a full review on that later. But Crypt of the Moon Spider by Nathan Ballingrud, and great book. Great little novella. All right, I was surprised. Not many mainstream publishers will put out novellas, and when they do, they overprice them. But is it worth $17.99? I bought it. I liked it. I guess it is. I just think it's overpriced for the page count. And now getting back to Blackgat books and Starkhouse Press. And I've a couple of episodes about these. I picked up Chartered Love by Conrad Dawn with an introduction by Gary Lovisi, and I read this the day it arrived, and this is great. A really interesting introduction by Mr. Lovisi, who has a BookTube channel, a YouTube channel. I'll link below. Plus, he is an accomplished nonfiction researcher and writer who has published several books on collecting books, in addition to his fiction, which, in fact, we share a publisher. Mr. Lovisi and I have both published with Airship 27 books under the guidance of Ron Fortier, and he's done a couple of things with them as I have. So, interesting man. I consider him to be one of the great experts on collecting vintage material, so be sure to check out his YouTube channel and look for his books. Anyways, this book by Conrad Dawn was really fun. It reminded me why I like to read vintage novels. It has all of the elements that I like in adventure fiction. It has all sorts of cool things. I'm going to do a full review on this later on. Really a great one. Really. Chartered Love by Conrad Dawn. This is Blackgat Books, number 64, which is a division of Starkhouse Press. And then I also picked up Cornered by Lewis King. This is Blackgat Books number 69. I've not read this one yet. The Wicked Streets by Wenzel Brown. This is Blackgat Books number 70. I did read this and thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of what they're doing. So with Blackgat Books and Starkhouse Press, for me, these are the new collector's items. This is the old stuff brought back so we can take another look at it. And I think it's fantastic. No, I'm not being paid by them. I just like what they're doing. I also picked up from Starkhouse Press The Hanging Man and Other Western Stories by Bill Pronzini. And I read this already as well. I read this also the day I received it. And Bill Pronzini is a longtime favorite. Some of you may be familiar with his Nameless detective series. And he's just a fine writer. So great stuff. And then finally, to end this off, I picked up 2 books from Starkhouse Crime Classics. I picked up Robert Martin, and this is 2 novels in one, Dark Dream and Sleep, My Love, which are the Jim Bennett Mysteries number 1 and 2. And there is Richard Martin on the back. And I've read this one so far, enjoyed it. And I'm going to read the follow-up to that is Tears for the Bride and the Window and the Web, Jim Bennett Mysteries number 3 and 4 by Robert Martin. And Starkhouse is really coming up with great material and putting out a fantastic library of vintage literature. Fantastic. Here is another picture of Richard Martin. It must be when he's a little older. So there's my book haul for today. I wanted to get that out there because this will be the last one in the Northwoods. By the time this airs, I'm probably going to be on the road again, and probably in Scotland. We'll see. And a couple of other places that I'm planning on